Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be talking about the games that were announced and showed at the Xbox 2020 showcase. Apologize for this video being really late. I know the showcase happened like at least over a week ago at this point. Unfortunately, around this time I kind of got slammed with work and I just haven't had a chance to film this yet. Unfortunately, I'm filming this video a lot later than I wanted to be, hence why the video is out so late. But for this video, I'm going to be going through each of the games that were announced at this showcase, mainly going more into detail about the ones that really piqued my interest and the ones that I didn't really much care for. I'm just going to kind of briefly mention. Also, for the sake of getting this video out as fast as possible and not taking forever to edit it, I'm not going to be showing a lot of gameplay, but I'll be showing a little bit here and there. Just kind of make editing a little easier on myself. And very quickly before we get started with the Xbox showcase, I want to mention I am aware that there was a Summer Games Fest and a Capcom presentation, but unfortunately I'm not going to be making a video on those, mainly just because that there wasn't a lot that interests me. Just to give you guys my quick thoughts on them regarding the Summer Game Fest, I don't know why, but there was a lot of like space games announced there, so I don't know if that's like the new trend that's going on. There's a new One Piece game they're making, but that was already announced a while ago, and I mean, I'm a One Piece fan, I love One Piece, and this game looks cool, but anime games tend to be kind of hit or miss, so this could be a really good game or really bad game, or just average. It kind of varies when it comes to the quality of anime games every now and then, so we'll have to see how this one turns out. And at the very end, they announced they kind of confirm, even though it was rumored for a while, they confirmed that they are remaking the first part of The Last of Us. Now, I never finished my playthrough of the first Last of Us. I never even started the second one, so I don't really know much about the games to kind of talk about them, but I will say when it comes to remaking the first one, I personally didn't really want a remake for the first game just because I feel like there's a lot of other games that are more deserving of a remake, so I'm not sure if this was like, if this is needed or if this is like just kind of whatever, but I'm not really excited for it. That's just me personally, because like I said, I still need to beat the first one that I'm playing through. But yes, they are remaking The Last of Us for the PS5. And as for the Capcom one, not a lot to talk about. I mean, they announced they're making DLC for Resident Evil Village, but I skipped that because I haven't even started Village yet, and I didn't want to be spoiled in case there were spoils in the trailer. The one thing I will say about the Capcom presentation is that we got to see more gameplay for that game Exoprimal, and as weird as a concept of that is, that game looks like a lot of fun. I want to play that with my friends. I want to fight a horde of dinosaurs in mech suits with my friends, because that game, it's a really weird concept, but I think it could be a fun game. And that's kind of all I had to say about those. Like, I didn't really have a lot else to talk about because there wasn't enough for me to want to make a video about them. So now that that's out of the way, let's finally start talking about the Xbox 2022 showcase. I'm sorry this intro took way too fucking long. Very first thing they showed was gameplay for Redfall. Redfall was announced at last year at Xbox's E3 presentation, and this time we finally get to see gameplay. And overall, my first impressions of this game have not changed. This still just looks like Left 4 Dead, but with vampires instead of zombies, and that is not a bad thing. This game still looks like it could be a lot of fun. It could be a really cool game, and I think it looks interesting. It does appear to have co-op. You can play it as either stealthy or going guns blazing, which I like. Characters seem to have their own abilities. There appears to be skill trees and a loot system, and it's going to come out in 2023. I think Redfall could be a lot of fun, and I'm very interested in trying it out when it comes out. After that though, I was very excited to see that we finally got a new trailer for Hollow Knight Silksong. We haven't had a trailer for this game since 2019. This game has been silent for years, and I'm surprised we saw it here. I kind of always imagined we see it at like a Nintendo Direct or something, but yeah, no, the game still looks awesome. I really don't have much to say about that, but unfortunately there was no release date, which is kind of disappointing. However, they did say throughout this presentation that every game shown is scheduled to release within the next 12 months, not counting delays if there are delays, but that's kind of like what they're aiming for, I guess. So the fact that this Hollow Knight Silksong was shown in this presentation, that tells us it could come out within like at least the next 12 months, which is kind of a huge window, but that's kind of the best we can go off of, you know? After that, they showed a game called High on Life, which is a first-person shooter made by the creators of Rick and Morty. So this game is probably going to be weird as fuck, but it looks so goofy and it looks fun. I mean, in the gameplay, you use guns that have faces on them that are like face on the back of the guns that are like facing you. So I think that kind of implies you're shooting at their butts, but it looks weird and fun, and that's kind of really all I can say about it. It just looks like a weird fun game. After that, this one really surprised me. Riot Games announced that they're basically just going to be releasing their games on Xbox. Their games being League of Legends, Wild Rift, I don't even know what that is, Runeterra, Teamfight Tactics, and Valorant. Now, I don't play any of these games. I'm just going to be real with you. I tried League of Legends once and I fucking hated it, but never tried any of the others. And while I will say I'm not a fan of these games, I know how big they are and I know how like massive these titles are. So the fact that they're coming onto Xbox, okay, phrasing, the fact that they're being released on Xbox is kind of a big deal. I mean, League of Legends alone is huge, and that along with Valorant I know is a very popular game, so that's really cool that these games are coming to Xbox. Will I ever play them? Probably not, but still, I know how much of a big deal these games coming to Xbox is. After that, we got a new gameplay trailer for A Plague Tale Requiem. Now, I can't talk a lot about this because I actually just recently, I cannot talk, oh my god. I just recently started A Plague Tale Innocence, which is the first game that came out, and I'm only up to like chapter 5, I believe. I'm not that far, but I have been enjoying my time in the game. What I can say about this new trailer for Requiem is that right off the bat, the gameplay looks solid. It looks really good. The main character you play as, oh, I cannot remember her name for the life of me. In the trailer, they showed up she's actually being a bit more lethal and actually killing the people she's like sneaking around, whereas so far the first game, up to at least to where I'm at, she hasn't really killed anyone intentionally, I should say. She's been more of a like stealthy, don't get caught type, whereas like you die in one hit type of game. I don't know if like later in the first game she starts killing people, or if like, I'm assuming not. I'm assuming in the second game she's just gonna say fuck it and murder everyone, which I'm fine with that. I like the more lethal approach, and I think that could allow for some more unique gameplay options, like how she pushed that guard into the rats, which was really cool and a really useful, I think a very useful way of stealth killing someone, along with the whole rat mechanic they have. Also, this game is coming out in 2022. I thought this game was coming out 2023, so that's my bad. Apparently I was wrong, and I need to hurry up and beat the first one, which, by the way, first game I'm not that far in, but I'm very much enjoying what I've been playing. I like that game a lot, actually, so I'm very excited for the sequel. Hey, future editor Dylan. So turns out after the Xbox showcase, there was a extended gameplay trailer for Plague Tale Requiem, and in that trailer they actually showed the release date, which is October 18th, so that is when this game will be released. After that, they announced Forza Motorsport, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is doing some kind of Halo update where you get to fly in this thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's the fucking ship they use in Halo, which, I mean, that's cool, but I don't play Flight Simulator, so I don't give a fuck. After that, they showed a new trailer for Overwatch 2. I used to play Overwatch a lot back in the day. It was like an addiction I had, and then I got frustrated with the game and I just stopped, and I haven't played it in a very long time. Now, Overwatch 2 I was interested in because I was interested in the changes, how they're doing to give it sort of a solo campaign mode, which I think Overwatch 1 should have had. I know there was a beta for it recently, and I didn't play it, but I have heard not a lot of good things. In fact, I've heard people kind of say the beta was shit, and there was like, people had like gave impressions that the beta Overwatch 2 seemed just like an update for Overwatch 1, which is not good. But I don't know, like I said, I didn't play it. That's just what I've seen people say online, and I want Overwatch 2 to be good. I never want a game to be bad when it comes out, so I'm hoping this will turn out good, but I don't know. There was also a cinematic for a new character called the Junker Queen, which I think the Junker Queen was like mentioned in like the lore from Overwatch 1, or at least one of the cinematics. I don't remember, but I think this is the first time we're actually seeing the Junker Queen. It is coming to Xbox and Game Pass on October 4th of this year, but it's going to be early access, so the game's probably going to change throughout time and maybe improve over time. I hope improve at least. I have Game Pass, so I'll be able to just try it out when it comes out and see how it is, and I might just do that. I might try it out, see if I like it, see if I don't, and I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that because I don't really have high expectations for this game, but at the same time, I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping this game's good because I used to love Overwatch 1, and I do want to like Overwatch again, but I don't know. Overwatch 2 really needs to wow me if it wants to win me over, you know? But yes, Overwatch 2 is coming out in early access on October 4th of 2022. After that, they announced History Untold. I can't believe they named the game that. Then they announced the Elder Scrolls Online's next expansion, High Isles, Fallout 76 Expeditions, The Pit, Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels. So there's like Hot Wheels tracks throughout Forza, which I actually think looks really cool. When I was a kid, I used to buy the fucking Hot Wheels tracks that you put together, and they have like that fucking like, what would you call it? Like conveyor belt thing? I don't know, but it would just like launch the cars through it. I had the old one where like it was like the shark on the track and like the beach island or whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I used to love the Hot Wheels tracks I got when I was a kid. So I don't care about Forza, but I think this was like a cool idea. After that, Arc 2 got another cinematic, and after that, this really surprised me. They showed a trailer for Scorn. I completely forgot about this game because this game was announced years ago, and it has been in development hell for a long time. Just going to the trailer, it looks very creepy and very unsettling. Like, I don't know what it is, but watching this game just makes me feel uncomfortable if I'm being honest. Like, you ever like look at something and you feel it looks gross and you're just like, ugh, and you kind of like tense up when you look at it? That's how this game makes me feel. And this game was announced way back in 2016, so it's been a long time since we actually heard of this, but now we are finally getting a release date for it. It is actually coming out October 21st of 2022, and it will be on Game Pass. I am very excited to see what this game brings to the table, try it out, see if I like it, just because of how long it's been in development. I just want to see like what's the deal with this game, because it looks cool, very fucking creepy, could probably be very terrifying. I'm glad this game is finally coming out, because like I said, it's been in development for a very long time, and I'm very interested in playing it. After that, they announced Flintlock The Siege of Dawn. This is a third-person action game with some combat that looks very cool. For some reason, there's like a lot of yellow upside down triangles, and I don't know what to say other than that this just looks like a really cool third-person action game. I'm gonna try it out. I think it looks fun. It's scheduled to come out early 2023. Minecraft Legends was announced. Lightyear Frontier was announced, which just looks like Stardew Valley but in a robot suit, and I don't really care about those types of games. Gunfire Reborn. Now this game looks cool. It's a first-person shooter roguelike action game with 4-player co-op, and it just looks like a lot of fun. I also kind of like how you could pick like cute animals to play as. I like cute animals. And it's going to be out October of 2022. After that, they announced The Last Case of Benedict Fox. So this is a side-scroller platformer, and the whole thing had like sort of a creepy supernatural type of genre to it, I guess. I'm not really sure what to say about it, but I love some of the environments and level designs that we saw in the trailer. I think it could be a very cool game, and I'm very interested in trying it, and it's going to be coming out spring of 2023. After that, they announced a game called As Dusk Falls, and then they announced Naraka Bladepoint is coming to Xbox. Now, Naraka Bladepoint is a game I've never played, but I know it's been out on PC for a while, and I've seen trailers and gameplay of it here and there. Honestly, this was one of those games that are only on PC that I wish I could play, so I'm very happy that it's going to be on Xbox soon. I'll finally be able to play it. It's a hack and slash battle royale. Now, you know me, I love hack and slash games, so I'm very interested to try this in a battle royale type of game. It's also getting a new campaign mode, so thankfully, if I don't like the battle royale, I can try the campaign, which is good to know. And it's going to be out on Game Pass on June 23rd of 2022, which, depending on when this video comes out, may have already passed. So if you're seeing this and you want to try out Naraka Bladepoint, you got Game Pass, go try it out. I don't know if I like it yet, but I'll find out. Hey, editing Dylan back again. So turns out Naraka Bladepoint is only going to be playable on the new Xbox, and I only have the base Xbox One, so turns out I can't fucking play the game, which sucks because I was really excited to try it out, and I now have a strong goal to get an Xbox soon, at least if I can. They're still hard to get. So yeah, turns out I won't be able to play this game, but it does look fun, and I wish I could play it. After that, they announced Pentiment. What the fuck was Pentiment? Hold on, I gotta look this up. I actually completely forgot which game this was. What the fuck? Oh, this game. Yeah. Okay, I didn't put any notes for this game down because I didn't know what the fuck to say about it, because I didn't understand what that game was. Like, I didn't really get what it was supposed to be. Yeah, I honestly completely forgot they even announced that game, but yeah, that's the thing they announced. After that, they announced Grounded is coming out of early access and is releasing the full version of the game, and it's going to be out on September of 2022. After that, they announced a game called Aeroband. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Shadow Legacy. This game looks very cool to me. It's basically a stealth game where you use shadow powers. Wait, why does that sound familiar? And this is one of the games that just stood out to me the most out of a lot of the other games over here, and this is definitely like on the list of games that like I'm gonna try out when it comes out on Game Pass. It's gonna be out next year in 2023, and I just think this looks like a really cool stealth game, and I'm actually very excited to play this one. After that, a new trailer for Diablo 4. They announced the Necromancer class is coming to Diablo 4, and that's like the 5th class that they're putting in the game. And Diablo 4 in general, it looks cool, but I'm not sure about it, mainly because I'm not a huge Diablo fan. The only Diablo I played was Diablo 3, and that was way back in high school. I played that back on the Xbox 360 with my friends, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing Diablo 3. I thought it was a fun game. I never touched any of the other games, and like, we're not gonna fucking talk about Immortal because we all know how fucking shit that game is. But that's also exactly why I'm not sure about 4, just because of how much of a dumpster fire Diablo Immortal is right now. If I'm just being honest about the gameplay I saw in this trailer, I think the gameplay does look fun. I think it looks really cool. Gameplay looks solid, and I'm hoping it's a good game, but but with how, you know, Diablo Immortal has been, I don't have really high expectations for Diablo 4, but I would love to be wrong. I would love for Diablo 4 to come out and be an awesome game and everyone loves and it'd be fun to play, but we'll have to wait and see. After that, they announced Sea of Thieves is getting its 7th season, where I guess you can save ship loadouts, customize and name your ship, and as they said in the song, be a captain of your own ship, which I kind of thought you could already do. I don't really get how, but Sea of Thieves Season 7, that's a thing, so there you go. After that, this game looks cool. It's called Ravenlock, a third-person action-adventure game. For some reason, it kind of reminded me a lot of Alice in Wonderland. I don't know why. The bosses looked really cool, and yeah, this game just looks like a fun game. It's going to be out next year in 2023. After that, they announced Cocoon, a top-down puzzle platformer where you use balls to solve puzzles, and you can also go into the balls. Fucking damn it. And it kind of takes you to like a new area or new world, which is very weird. It looks like it looks like a weird puzzle game, but it's coming out next year, and I don't know, I might try it out. It could be cool. After that, we got a trailer for Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Now, I gotta be honest, when I saw this trailer, I kept thinking like this was Neo 3. It was not Neo 3. Unfortunately, it was only cinematic and we didn't get any gameplay, so I don't really know how this game's gonna play. But I will say, just from the cinematic, it does look like a cool game. I just hope to see gameplay soon because I want to like actually see what the game is like and not just cinematic. I am kind of worried that it's gonna be like a Dynasty Warriors style game, which I'm not a huge fan of those, and I would prefer this not to be that, but if it is, then it is what it is. Yeah, cinematic trailer looks very cool. Hope to see gameplay soon, and it's going to be coming out early 2023. After that, this was a very cool announcement, and I was very surprised to see this. They announced Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5 Royal are coming to Xbox. Persona 5 Royal will come out first in October 21st of 2022, and then they're going to release the other games later on. I'm very surprised that we got 3 Persona games on Xbox. I'm more surprised that we got Persona 5 on Xbox because I know how successful and popular the game was, that I feel like I'm surprised. It was a PlayStation exclusive for a long time, so I'm really surprised that they let Xbox have it. I was honestly expecting them just to stop at 3 and 4, but then they just show 5, so that's really cool that Persona 5 is going to be coming to Xbox. So if you haven't been able to play that because, you know, you only have a Xbox or don't have a PlayStation or whatever, you finally can, which is good for people who you know, who are in that situation and have been wanting to try it out. After that, this isn't really a game announcement because they didn't technically show anything about a game, but they kind of announced that Xbox is working with Kojima Studios, and they're working with Hideo Kojima to make a completely new game that is a never before seen concept, which is interesting, and I have no idea what it could be. I mean, he says it's a completely new game, which makes me think it can't be anything we've seen before. I mean, I was kind of hoping they might be doing Silent Hill PT again, but I don't know if Sony still has the rights to those or whatever, so I doubt that. We already know Death Stranding 2 is a thing because it was like leaked or whatever, or Norman Reedus, I think, kind of just pretty much said it was a thing. I believe that's his name, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm really curious as to what they're working on, and I hope we get to see more about it soon. Lastly, at the very end of their presentation, they showed gameplay for Starfield. Now, just going online and seeing people talk about this game, sharing their opinions, I've seen people say that this game looks like No Man's Skyrim, or people calling it just Fallout in space. Now, I will be honest, this game does look very similar to No Man's Sky. However, that's not a bad thing. In my opinion, just because it looks very similar to No Man's Sky, or it does just look like Fallout in space, I don't see that as a bad thing. I still think this could be a very cool game, and this game looks absolutely massive. I mean, there's ship customization, ship combat, a lot of exploration, and huge open worlds. You can explore individual planets and in individual systems, and according to what they said, there are 100 systems with 1,000 planets in them. There is clearly a lot in this game, and I think it has a lot of potential. However, I also am a bit worried about this game because let's keep in mind something I've kind of noticed throughout the years of playing video games is just that the bigger the game, the more bugs it tends to have. And this is a Bethesda game. Bethesda games kind of usually come with bugs, let's be honest. And you know, with 100 systems, 1,000 planets, that's absolutely massive. So I'm really hoping that they smooth this game out, and like, I don't want this to be the next Cyberpunk, you know, I want this game to at least be functional. I'm not expecting it to be 100% bug free. I'm sure we'll run into bugs here and there, but I just hope that at the very least they're minor bugs and nothing game breaking, nothing that crashes the game, and nothing that happens too frequently. like it's rare to run into a bug, if that makes any sense. You know, the 1,000 planet thing is very cool, but how many of those planets are relevant to the story? And if most of them aren't relevant to the story and they're like optional or side things, what is the reason for the player to go to those planets? You know, like what's the carrot on the stick that makes people want to go to that planet, you know? And while these planets are huge and explorable, let's be honest, huge open worlds mean nothing if there's nothing to do in them, or if there's no good rewards for it. While there is clearly a lot to do in this game, there needs to be a good incentive to do it for the players. And that's one of the worries I have about this game. Just like, you know, a lot of open areas to explore, but what is there to do in them, you know? And what I also want to say is that when it comes to video games, right, we've had so many times where people were hyped for a game and it ends up being disappointing, right? I think it's probably fine to be hyped for a game and be excited for a game, but I also think hype can kind of be what kills a game in some cases. And so I think it is important to have reasonable expectations for this game. Am I expecting this game to be the best game ever? No. Would I like it to be? Yes, absolutely. Am I expecting this game to be 100% bug-free? No. Do I want it to be 100% bug-free? Yes, but with how big this game seems to be, I don't think that's gonna happen. I just hope it's at least bearable, if that makes sense. And for me personally, one of the reasons I'm not too excited about this game is just because I haven't really had much good faith in Bethesda recently, mainly because of Fallout 76. I never played it, but I seen online how bad that game was. Oh my god, that game was just looked like an absolute mess. So it kind of like made me view Bethesda more cautiously when it comes to their games that they're making. So I don't know, I want Starfield to be amazing, but whether or not it will be, we will have to wait and see. It very well much could be. It could be an incredible game that is a massive success, or it couldn't be, and it could be an absolute failure, and we'll just have to see. I don't want it to be a failure, but we'll have to see. If I'm being honest though, just from the gameplay and putting all those worries aside, I do think the game looks cool. I think it looks like a cool, awesome space exploration game. I at the very least can't wait to try it when it comes out. And that was everything that was announced and shown at this year's Xbox 2022 showcase. I am very sorry for misspeaking and stumbling upon my words over and over this video. I'm recording this at like 3 in the morning and I'm very tired. Also, I was trying to talk fast and speedrun this shit. But yes, a lot of fucking games were announced and a lot of them look really, really cool. Some not so much, some I don't care about, but a good amount of them I saw and I was like, yeah, I want to play that. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end of this hot mess of a video, I greatly appreciate it. Let me know by hitting the like button, comment down below what you were excited to see at the showcase. What are your thoughts on some of the games shown? And subscribe for more of my content, and I will see you all in the next video.